Have you ever wondered how consciousness evolved in humans? It's a fascinating question, one that leads us back millions of years, to a time when life on Earth was vastly different from what we know today. Our journey begins in the pre-human era, roughly 2.5 million to 1.5 million years ago, with the biological foundations of consciousness. Even the most primitive organisms exhibited a basic awareness of their environment. They responded to light, temperature, and other stimuli, demonstrating an elemental form of consciousness. As time passed, evolutionary adaptations led to the emergence of more complex nervous systems. These allowed creatures to interact with their environment in increasingly intricate ways. They could sense danger, seek food, and navigate their surroundings with greater efficiency. But consciousness, as we understand it, is more than simple awareness. It involves an understanding of oneself in relation to the world. So, how did we get from basic awareness to self-awareness? The answer lies in the evolution of multicellular organisms and the development of simple forms of learning. With multicellular organisms, cells began to specialize, taking on different roles within the body. This specialization included the development of nerve cells, which formed the basis for more complex nervous systems. As these nervous systems evolved, organisms developed the ability to learn from their experiences. A creature that had a negative encounter with a particular type of food, for instance, could remember that experience and avoid that food in the future. This rudimentary form of learning represented a significant step toward more advanced forms of consciousness. These developments set the stage for the rise of early hominids like Homo habilis, whose larger brains and use of tools marked a significant leap forward in the evolution of consciousness. But that's a story for another time. From these humble beginnings, the seeds of consciousness were sown, paving the way for more complex cognitive abilities. We're just at the dawn of this fascinating journey. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the evolution of consciousness, from primitive awareness to the intricate self-awareness we as humans experience today. As we move forward in time, early hominids marked a significant leap in the journey of consciousness. Around 1.5 million years ago, we see the emergence of Homo habilis, a species distinguished by their significantly larger brain size compared to their predecessors. This increase in brain size heralded an era of enhanced cognitive capabilities, including the development of more advanced tools. No longer were these early humans simply reacting to their environment. They were beginning to shape it, using their tools to hunt, gather, and protect themselves. But the evolution of consciousness wasn't solely a solitary journey. It was a shared experience, shaped and influenced by the social structures that these early hominids were starting to form. Homo habilis lived in groups, which allowed for a division of labor and the sharing of resources. This communal living was a precursor to the complex societies we see today. 500,000 years later, Homo erectus appeared on the scene. With an even larger brain and a more upright stance, Homo erectus was an impressive evolutionary upgrade. This species demonstrated more sophisticated tool-making abilities, further evidence of their enhanced problem-solving skills. But perhaps more importantly, Homo erectus showed signs of rudimentary communication. They were not only using tools, but likely teaching each other how to make and use them. This development suggests the emergence of shared cognitive experiences, a cornerstone of what we now understand as consciousness. These early hominids were beginning to experience the world not just as individuals, but as part of a larger community. They were learning from each other, sharing experiences, and perhaps even beginning to understand that others had thoughts and feelings similar to their own. This period marked a significant step towards the complex, self-aware consciousness that characterizes humans today. With the rise of Homo erectus, we see the first glimpses of a shared cognitive experience. These early steps on the journey of consciousness set the stage for the profound developments that were yet to come. The emergence of Homo sapiens marked a new era in the evolution of consciousness. With their expanded brain capacity, these early humans began to develop symbolic language, a crucial leap in cognitive abilities. Rather than simple signals and gestures, this symbolic language allowed for nuanced communication, enabling the transfer of knowledge and experiences across generations. But language wasn't the only form of symbolic thought burgeoning in this period. Early artistic expressions also started to appear. Take, for instance, the cave paintings that still captivate us today. These are not just prehistoric doodles. They are symbolic representations, perhaps even early attempts at storytelling. They suggest that these early humans had a growing sense of self-awareness and an ability to reflect on their environment and experiences. This period of cultural evolution and symbolic thought laid the groundwork for the complex cognitive abilities we associate with modern humans. It's a testament to how far we've come and how our consciousness continues to evolve. The agricultural revolution brought about a seismic shift in human consciousness. The transition from nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyles to settled agriculture helped shape the way humans interact with the world and each other. As societies began to settle, they grew in complexity. This led to the development of social norms and rules, which were codified into law to maintain order and facilitate cooperation within these growing communities. The concept of property emerged, fundamentally altering human relationships. This brought about a new sense of responsibility and accountability, leading to the evolution of moral consciousness. People began to evaluate their actions in relation to others, marking the birth of ethical reasoning. This period of agricultural revolution, with its profound societal changes, laid the groundwork for the next significant shift in human consciousness. It opened the door to a world where moral and ethical considerations became an integral part of human interaction. The agricultural revolution set the stage for the next major leap in human consciousness. From the axial age to the Enlightenment, human consciousness underwent profound transformations. The axial age, spanning from 800 BCE to 200 BCE, was a crucible of philosophical and religious developments across various civilizations. The emergence of profound thinkers during this period, such as Confucius, Buddha, and Socrates, led to a surge in introspective practices and ethical frameworks. These ideas began to reshape human consciousness, placing an emphasis on self-reflection, morality, and the exploration of existential questions. Fast forward to the 16th to 18th centuries, the scientific revolution and the Enlightenment added new dimensions to our understanding. The scientific revolution challenged traditional religious views, fostering a more empirical understanding of the world. This was a period of unprecedented intellectual fervor. The heliocentric model of the solar system, laws of motion, and principles of gravity were just some of the groundbreaking discoveries that altered our perception of the universe and our place within it. The Enlightenment, often known as the Age of Reason, built upon these scientific advancements. Thinkers of the Enlightenment emphasized reason, individual rights, and human agency, influencing societal structures in profound ways. Concepts of human rights and personal autonomy gained prominence, further shaping consciousness. A shift was seen from a worldview dominated by religious dogma to one that valued scientific inquiry, intellectual freedom, and individual rights. These eras marked a shift towards reason, individual rights, and an empirical understanding of the world. A new wave of consciousness was born, one that favored empirical evidence and rational thought, and celebrated the potential and rights of the individual. The axial age, scientific revolution, and Enlightenment periods were not just periods of intellectual advancement, but critical milestones in the evolution of human consciousness, setting the stage for the modern understanding of the self and the world around us. The Industrial Revolution marked the beginning of a rapid acceleration in the evolution of consciousness. It was a time of profound change as technological advancements revolutionized work, society, and everyday life. Urbanization brought people together, and mass communication began to weave a tapestry of shared human experiences, sparking a shift in consciousness towards a more interconnected global perspective. Fast forward to the Information Age, where technology took another giant leap forward. The rise of the internet has created a world that's more globalized and interconnected than ever before. We now have access to vast amounts of information at our fingertips, shaping individual perspectives and societal values in unprecedented ways. Social media and digital communication platforms have become the norm, reshaping the way we interact, perceive ourselves, and understand our place in the world. These developments have reshaped our consciousness, leading us to a more interconnected global perspective. In the 20th century, Scientific exploration of the brain opened new frontiers in our understanding of consciousness. Neuroscientists began to delve into the intricate labyrinth of our neural circuitry, revealing the biological underpinnings of our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Using advanced tools like fMRI and EEG, they started mapping the brain's activity, showing us how different regions are involved in different aspects of consciousness. This work, combined with insights from psychology and philosophy, has given us a more comprehensive view of what it means to be conscious. Looking ahead, the future of consciousness studies is incredibly promising. Developments in artificial intelligence and machine learning offer exciting possibilities for modeling consciousness, while advancements in brain imaging could allow us to visualize the mind in unprecedented detail. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the mind, who knows what future milestones await in the evolution of consciousness?